generate that kind of power. It can't be done, can it?
Doc, look, all we need is a little plutonium.
Oh, I'm sure that in 1985, plutonium was available in every corner drugstore, but in 1955, it's a little hard to come by. Marty, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you're stuck here.
Whoa, Doc, stuck here. I can't be stuck here. I got a life in 1985. I got a girl.
Is she pretty?
She's beautiful. She's crazy about me. Look at this. Look what you wrote here, Doc. I mean, that says it all. Doc, you're my only hope.
Marty, I'm sorry, but the only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
What did you say?
A bolt of lightning. Unfortunately, you never know when or where it's ever going to strike.
Or do you? Alright. Look, here's the deal. A lot of people missed this whole run-up. And the moves were very risky and logic-defying. However, see this? Demand area, supply area. See this volume shelf? See where we closed? Okay. We got some big catalysts coming up. However, do I still think we're going to all-time highs? Yes, I've given you my price target before. It is SPX 5085. When? After a pullback. Okay? Will we get a pullback? One would think, but nothing set in stone. Okay? If we gap above this trend line that I also yapped about, that is the April low right there. It's off to the races, and I don't know what would stop it besides a Black Swan event. Now, am I in favor of pullback? Yes. Not only does the sports calendar say low on Tuesday, but since we've gone so much far to the upside, there's a window of weakness from November 20th to December 8th, followed by a center rally, followed by an exit liquidity move that I've spoken to until I don't even want to speak about it again, you know, among other stuff, hence getting completely banned on TikTok, but I'll see if I can get back on there. Now, this is what I want to show you. All right, this is SPX. Then you have Dow Jones, same type of move, the Nasdaq as well. And take a look at this. Do you see how the IWM is lagging really hard? And this is what I'm saying. They can't pump the Magnificent 7 coined by Jimbo, the kingdom come. Because what happens when everything else is left behind and Apple goes to 200? Then what? On a pullback, the rest of the shit absolutely dies. And can IWM be a market leader? Yes, it can. It is lagging this. Again, there's a reason I pointed out to you the demand area down here. There's the mid zone, and there's the supply zone. And this is SPX. Freaking Nasdaq is gone already. But you see how this is lagging. Okay, another sector that really interests me is, again, take this for example. Since February the 28th, KRE has closed under the 200, and this is not something you'll find on Twitter, okay? Because, come on. It's closed under the 200 daily moving average until Friday. And if you look on this volume shelf here, now does it have odds stacked against it because banks are about to absolutely implode? Yes, but you would think that this pumps, okay? Another thing to take into consideration is we might have changed range. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days above this. Now, when a major trend line breaks, and you can write this down, pen and paper, it's going to trade 230 points above the trend line. Now, why is this tricky? Well, the trend line goes down all the time. Do you see what I mean? So if that 230 points is measured, for instance, in January, early January, we're almost there. But the rule of thumb is 230 points, okay? Is it from here? It's hard to say. But again, we're not gonna be going back to 412 anytime soon. And I posted this, having now a megaphone, a broadening megaphone, could bring in volatility, especially with VIX where it's at. And again, absolutely killing people in UVXY calls or whatever it's called. Who cares? Now, next week we have this. This is one catalyst that can give a dip. And I'm going through this by like what can give a dip since we're in melt up mode. What else can give a dip? FOMC minutes and durable goods or jobs. Now, historically this week has been very bullish except the last few years. All right, it's a 4-day week, Thursday off. Friday's probably gonna suck. So keep that in mind. And then next week we have full moon. I know we were just on full moon when this ripper started, and we've just gone up. So look for deep. And I know that I said that the window of weakness is from Monday till Hanukkah. Got to kind of play it by ear. All right. One thing that I still think is, remember when Bitcoin was at under 26 and I say I have a buy signal and then it went, this buy signal brings it to 50,000 early next year, in March. Okay. So that brings in miners. Now you couple that with all the geopolitical shit and preparation for digital currency. I would assume, since we lost the 89, that the Dixie keeps going. And where is it gonna catch? It has nothing to catch it until 102. Okay. Doesn't want to give me the option to put in alerts because it's being an ass. So I'll just put them in like this. And you can follow. Probably goes down to here. Okay, now that on its own will cause a major center rally, but look at that chart. That is as bearish as it gets. And then you have the manipulation going on here. And again, ta-da! Shocker. I mean, look, the cheese that I sometimes give you might not be as obvious as it is, but again, the 89. Now, same thing goes here. If it loses the 89, next step is this 4.1. Okay, then it's gonna go down to here, then it's gonna bounce and retest the 89, and then it's going to crater really freaking hard. Okay, and once it gets under 3.8, the market mechanism can't do anything but rally. Okay, crude oil got a bounce, very interesting spot. Is it gonna reject the 89 again? Ta-da, the 89, or not? NAMO looks like it's got even more to go. It's crossed, so anytime this crosses here, it'll stay up there for quite some time. Okay? It's a very interesting. Again, nobody's talking about rotation. I'm talking about rotation. Why am I talking about rotation? It seems like the most obvious ticket here. Which brings us to, there's SPY, same setup as SPX. What do they need to do regarding Apple? They just need to hold Apple. I mean, again, that break out of that trend line, we've throughout the week, and I urge you to watch the market recap videos, because again, for instance, talked about Mara premiums on Thursday night, and those Maras ran the move it pulled on Friday was 175% on those calls. I'm in DIX and I'm in DE, or I'm in DIX, but I'm looking at DE. Why? Look at the identical setup here. Okay, you have last earnings drop, sell, has not caught this rally really, is right back at the previous bottom of the earnings move. Same thing here, back at the previous bottom of the earnings move. Retail was really strong as far as earnings last time, so could go. Home Depot was also a winner last week, not to mention Target. I know Doug took 1200% on that. I took 980 on Target. UPST, again, look, in June, this ran to 70 on nothing. Had a bad earnings. Next earnings gonna be good, in my opinion, with the Christmas season. So this should be getting a move. Now, where can this go? Literally, the firmament is the limit on this one. Okay, probably my favorite stock in some for next week as well. Hood, another lagger, and we've seen this bounce off of this area all through the last few years. Would expect it to do the same because it's pretty close to lows. Okay, and even though it had a earnings like that, you'd think that they pump these throughout the next earnings. Mara, very interesting. Same type of situation, lagging that Coinbase move really hard. I mean, again, last summer it was up here in 18, 19. Now, I know all the Twitter boys and, you know, whoever doesn't have other shit to do on the weekend is all over this Sam Altman situation. Now, I don't want to comment on the allegations or whatever, but there's been a bunch of twists and turns now. OpenAI board has asked him to come back, and he's like, I'll come back if there's a change of board, and I'm going to start the NVIDIA competitor, blah, 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 blah. Regardless, this is the Microsoft 4-hour trend. That has broken down. Will it give a bounce, or is it an automatic sell, which will obviously kill tech across the board? Probably going to trade this on Monday and see how we do. NVIDIA is looking at a 12% move possibly, which is either 400 or it's 560, literally. Has a great chance of breaking out. Chart says that it's like as maxed out as can be with a sell signal. And that's fine too. It had a sell signal there too, right prior to freaking mooning. Then it had a sell signal. Then it had a sell signal. Then it had a sell signal. So who knows? But will I be trading it next week? Yes, I will somehow. Even though the contracts are absolutely ludicrous. Tesla. I'm sure you're all aware of the drama they want you to consume and all this BS. Fact is that it still has this sweet setup going into Cybertruck. And that was merely a backtest of the Daily 9. And you know what happens when a 9 holds on the 5-minute chart. Do we hold calls or do we sell them? We hold them. So keep an eye out for that. If you can hold that, I'm going to start loading again. Obviously sold the top at 237 on Friday as soon as I saw that news. So those are the stocks I'm looking at into next week. Again, I do want to point out that while other people have been shorting, I have not, and it's not has nothing to do with, you know, whether I have bias. I'm playing what's in front of me, and I urge you to do the same. I have not started to short until I see a significant put wall above 30 come in, and we're still, I mean, there's no debate here. Individual tickers, that's another thing. The pullback can be they hold the market here and they pull a rotation. Okay? And that's that. Now, another thing I wanted to show was the IWM dark pool. See here? Now the whole market, yes, has moved up, but the IWM is still lagging. And you can see here, just like the seasonality charts on QQQ that I've posted, if I can find it easily here, I'll show you here. Wonderful. All right, so end of November, these will probably get a pullback this week on tech, and then the money shot, okay? And then tech is kind of gonna chop, okay? But IWM is being loaded to the brim, meaning individual tickers, shitty stock, you freaking name it. Same on SPY, okay? QQQ, again, held up by flow, but they're taking profit. Now, not to get married to it, but still, I do want to showcase that if we get a pullback this week, Monday, Tuesday, I am very likely to load into close on Wednesday and probably take in the money a week out. It can be FOMC minutes, it can be the bond auction. You know, we covered that. Just like this whole sell never came like this. It came in one stick on the bond auction and got bought right back up. Now we're here, just like this. This could be a dip. Doesn't need to happen, but it's good to keep in mind, okay? And anything else that I forgot in this market analysis video, my whole thesis next week is I'll probably take less trades. I'll play some earnings. Nvidia is going to be very, very, very interesting. And depending upon the dark pool and flow, I'm just going to be reacting next week. We got Lowe's, Home Depot went to the upside, probably does the same. We got Dix. Dix can be flat and then have a move the next day. Depending upon how my contracts juice or not, am I going to hold or not, we'll see. Nvidia is huge, and then John Deere as well. John Deere and Dix in particular are huge IV killers. And if you're new, that means that the contracts are juiced. Stock doesn't move, it's flat, contract prices drop, you get them at open at a discount, and then they juice again. Okay, so that is my broad plan for next week. Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend. And to sum up, we've spent weeks trading in the 300s of market risk, and I believe that we closed under 287 on Friday. So love yourself, love your family, get ready. Next year's going to be absolutely crazy. And I wanted to say, if any of you are having any issues, sometimes I take the time, if I have to, kind of do a short one-on-one with people. I know it helps. Just DM me. I want everybody to succeed. Obviously, the mission is to be able to stand on your 2 feet outside of the matrix. So let me know. Balls in your court. God bless. I'll see you on Monday.